bug out bag, EDC Backpack, get home bag. There are a lot of names for this bag that a lot of people have on YouTube. Essentially, it's just a bag that gives you more capabilities, gives you the ability to have options in case you're ever in a tough spot. I had a little bit of a different take on putting this bag together and wanted to share it with you guys, show you guys what I have for my setup. This is my EDC backpack that I take with me a lot of places that I go. Essentially, if I'm not trying to go extra light wherever I am, then this bag is with me. What that means is that it's at least in the car or somewhere that's accessible to me, if not on my person. One thing I would also like to mention about this backpack is when I put it together, the one thing I didn't like about putting this thing together was having to devote a bag to have nothing with normal capabilities. You know, you have a bag with all these capabilities, but all you're able to do is use it for just that purpose. I wanted to put a bag together that left me the room and the abilities to still use it as a backpack and leave me ample space in there to be able to not devote this to solely that one purpose, but to still allow me to use it if I'm going out of town for a couple of days, use it if I'm going somewhere that I'm going to need to have a backpack that has a room in it to store stuff. So we'll talk a little bit about how I managed to accomplish that and why I like the setup. This is the Maxpedition Condor 2 in OD green with foliage green attachments. As I'm going around the bag, I'll show you what came on it and what I added on. Maxpedition makes outstanding bags. This isn't really a review of the bag, although I will talk on a few points while I'm going around that are pertinent to why I chose it. So here we go. Let's get right into it. First, I want to preface that the setup of this bag right now is assuming that I am carrying nothing in my pockets except maybe a wallet. And I'll point out some of those things as well when we get to them in there, so you'll know what I'm talking about. So let's turn the bag around and let's get started. We're going to start on this outside portion of the bag. Let me zoom in here so you guys can see. Oops, excuse me. Here we go. All right, so this is the Maxpedition EDC organizer, everyday carry organizer. I can open it up and you can see inside what I've got. I'm not going to pull everything out, but I'll definitely go down the line and talk to you and show you what it is. So here on the end, we have an emergency whistle. We also have the Spyderco Delica 4. Okay, this is probably my favorite EDC knife. So here you go. That one stays in the pack. And this is the first item, like I was mentioning, that this is assuming I'm carrying nothing on my person. If I am carrying things on my person, it's usually a light, a multi-tool, and a knife. So this is one of the options that I would carry on me as the knife. Moving right along, you have a Streamlight Stylus Pro pen light, 48 lumens. This is a great little pen light. Depending on my capabilities of what I'm wearing, a lot of times this will be the light that I'm taking with me. But again, this setup is assuming that I have nothing in my pockets. Moving on down the line, these two containers right here, the white containers are, it's just hearing protection. It's just, you know, the little foam earpieces. The reason I have these in here is because I also use this for a range bag. It has concealed carry capabilities, which I'll get to in a minute and show you. But again, you never know, in any situation where you want to protect your ears, but also this is a range bag. Behind it, from CountyCom, these are gear ties, okay? Essentially, they're these little rubbery plastic things that have this metal on the inside of them that allows them to be bendy. You can see this one on the outside, how it's holding the rest of them together. So they're all great for just like holding stuff together, keeping things organized. You know, is this a must-have? No, but is it a nice plus? Yeah, for me it is. You never know when you're going to need to just be able to fasten something or get something just held together. So push that back in here. All right, moving on. Behind it here, I've got a pen and a Sharpie. Now, there is one thing that's missing from this pack that I just seem to always forget to put it in here, but a Write in the Rain pad is normally what would go here with a space pen. So that's an addition that I still need to make. So moving on down the line, a couple of normal grooming type things for me. I like chapstick in case I'm outdoors a lot and I decide I want it. Also right here, this is just a screwdriver. with Phillips and flathead that you can flip around like this. I think it was like 99 cents at the hardware store, but it comes in really handy. Also, this end is the same thing, but for a lot more detailed uses. Here, I'll see if I can get it to focus. So a lot smaller heads. Okay. All right, fingernail clippers, little shears. These scissors are great for not only grooming purposes, but also first aid. They're real precise. If you need to hack some skin off, you're doing something that you know, you're out in the field, you need to do any first aid applications, this would be great for it. For the multi-tool I have in my bag, this is that other item that maybe would be on my person. This is the Leatherman Juice S2, you know, already reviewed on the channel, so you can check that out if you're interested. Put that in here. All right, continuing on down the line. Oh, hold on, let me do this. Okay. I've got the Buck Vantage Select. Here's another knife option for you guys. This is a great knife for the money, high value. Definitely recommend checking it out. Also in here, I've got a Countycom pocket, titanium pocket pry bar, little widgie bar. Here you go. With the paracord wrap I did, you can see it right here. See if I can get it to focus. There we go. So there you go, little mini pry bar. I mean, you never know when you need to get into something. It just comes in handy every now and then. So there you go. Last thing in this first pouch that I've got, attached to this keychain, there's actually two things on it. One's a tape measure. This is actually, you know, again, this isn't just a survival pack for me. This is a normal pack, and you never, it's funny how often I wish I had a little tape measure with me. So this is a little 6-foot tape measure, weighs next to nothing, comes in handy. This right here is actually a lens cleaner. Or it's just a little cloth specifically for cleaning lenses, you know, for my sunglasses that are in here, or also for the camera that I'm actually filming this with. A lot of times it's in the pack with me. So those things stay in there. So that's the first pocket. The Maxpedition EDC Pocket Organizer was an addition. This does not come on the backpack. So it's held on by tack ties on all this modular webbing that's on the outside of the pack. See if I can zoom out and you guys can see what I'm talking about. You can see all this modular webbing everywhere, okay? You can attach things to it, and that's what, everything that's this other color, this kind of foliage green, these are all items that I've added on. So still looking at the side of the pack right here, in this black sheath, I have a Streamlight ProTac 2L multi-mode flashlight. This is from their tactical line, 180 lumens bright. It also has a strobe setting and a low setting, which I don't know, I think it's like 10 lumens, something like that. Great multi-mode flashlight, depending on my carrying capabilities and what I'm wearing. This is my preferred carry light. Again, it just depends. If I'm wearing jeans and a t-shirt and I don't have tons of room, you know, I may not be able to carry that one. All right, so there's a side pouch. Moving on. Go to the front pouch that's added on. Okay, this is the front pouch of the backpack originally. This is the add-on. This is the Maxpedition Triad Admin Pouch. It has these 3 compartments. The one on the end is for radio or phone use. I keep my cell phone in here. It latches on really great with these little elastic sides, so serves that purpose really well. On the opposite side, you have a multi-purpose sheath that can be for a flashlight or a magazine. In this case, it carries an extra pistol mag for my STI Rogue, which is in the pack. We'll get to in a little bit. And then there's the middle pouch. This acts as kind of like an accordion pouch. You can see it folds down with multiple pockets. In the back, I've got a little compass. And in the front, I've got some duct tape just wrapped around an old gift card. So duct tape, you never know, it comes in handy a lot more than you think it would. Alright, so there you go. That's the front pouch. That's the add-on. The last add-on we have, let's see if I can get this done real quick. This is the Maxpedition water bottle pouch. Hopefully you guys can see this. With a Maxpedition Nalgene water bottle on the inside. In this front part, I have some water purification tablets. And that's it. Now, depending on your propensity of use, if you know you're going to need a lot more water and more water capabilities, you can add into the pack like a Katadyn Hiker Pro or a water purifying devoted system. So that's it for part 1. We'll move on to part 2 and keep looking at the backpack here in just a second.